Hello, my name is Ted. Today we're going to talk about the spring and autumn and warring state period, an important part of China's history. The reason I chose this topic is as follows. I first encountered the spring and autumn warring state period in a book called The World History of Middle School Students, which I read all at once. So when I saw it again in the Story of the World, I was very happy. I wanted to explain this period in more detail. Before we officially talk about the spring and autumn and warring state period, you're probably already familiar with the famous story of the three kingdoms. Who is your favorite character among the character of three kingdoms? Personally, I like Ganyu the most. Do you know what period came before the three kingdoms? Let me tell you about the period before the three kingdoms, the spring and autumn warring state period. First of all, we need to understand what is the spring and autumn warring state period is. The period which lasted from 770 BC to 221 BC saw the collapse of Zhou dynasty and the centralization of power to feudal lords. The era is divided into two parts, the spring and autumn warring state period. The spring and autumn period was named after spring and autumn annals written by Confucius, while the warring state period was named due to the frequent wars between various states during the time, which are described in the record of warring state written by Yu Hyang. And shall we learn about the period? During the spring and autumn periods from 770 to 403 BC, no matter how strong the feudal lords were, they did not call themselves king. To show that they're supporting the king of Zhou, they called themselves Gong, a title one rank lower than a king. However, the king of the southern states of Chu, who was not the feudal lords, called himself king from the beginning. 5 countries that were particularly powerful during the spring and autumn periods were called 5 hangmans. Among them, No'ou and Vol, who were the lower reaches of the Yangtze River, left behind many anecdotes of their rivalry. The most famous story is lying on brushwood and tasting gold. After experiencing humiliation, the king of Yu and vowed revenge. He slapped on a stack of brushwood and sharpened his revolt by tasting a bitter gallbladder. The phrase lying in the brush and tasting gold is still used today to describe someone who is under hardship to achieve future goal. During the spring and autumn period, the princes formally kept the Zhou royal family, but during the warring state period, they ignored the state's royal family. Like the 5 hangmans, there were also 7 warring states in the warring state period, including Hanhui, Zhou-Qin, Chu, Qi, and Yang. Among them, the final winner was Qin. Qin united China the first time in 550 years, and the warring state period ended and Qin Shi Huang became the first emperor. The spring and autumn and warring state period was a period of chaos and war, but at the same time it was also a period when China's culture and society developed greatly. The widespread use of iron tools, introduction of metallic currency, and the standardization of letters greatly contributed to the development of Chinese society. During the warring state period, political turmoil and unrest continues constantly, but at the same time, an atmosphere of exploring new ideas and ideologies was formed. Many scholars proposed various philosophical views to address this turmoil. They are called 100 schools of thought. Confucius, Laozi, Muxu, and Han-Fi-Su are representative scholars of warring state period. Confucius valued moral values such as humanity, propriety, and renaissance. Laozi also suggested the philosophy of all things without trying to, which value harmony with the natural. Muxu valued humanity and simplicity. Leslie Han-Fi-Su, the leading thinker of the School of Laws, insisted on governing the state of thought, strong laws and systems. Spring and autumn warring state period was a very important era in China's history. During this time, China experienced great confusion and conflict, but at the same time, it was able to reborn as a powerful country with a centralized system, unified laws and money, and abundant culture and ideas. Foundation of China's vast territory, desert culture, and strong central government today begin with the spring and autumn and warring state period. Thanks for listening.